Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. This is Blue Harvest, the Star Wars guys, Jesse and Anthony, and we are talking about Rebels today, episode The Imperial Super Commandos.
Imperial Super Commandos.
Yeah.
Awesome title.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Basically, the Imperial Super Commandos are a group of Mandalorian soldiers that have defected and went to the Empire, and they're kind of like guarding off little factions or whatever.
So this is, again, these larger narratives that are happening in the Rebels series are interesting, because rather than in Clone Wars you would see like 3 or 4 parters that would all flow together, and they'd be, a significant chunk of a season.
Yeah.
And they'd be out of order somewhat chronologically, or you could place them at different spots in the overall timeline. Rebels is giving you, a Mandalorian episode Season 1, a Mandalorian episode Season 2, now we're on Season 3, and we're checking back in with those Mandalorians, because, hey, don't you love Boba Fett? I love Boba Fett. Let's learn all the history and politics of his planet, the family roles, the protectorate, all the social dynamics of that planet, because, hey, don't you love Boba Fett?
It's almost like they're trying to brainwash us into, don't you want us to do a Boba Fett movie?
Well, dude, and here's my thing. God, you're running into this, and I'm getting worried. Less can be more. How badass was Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Did he do anything?
Nope. Not a damn thing.
How badass was he in Return of the Jedi?
Like, till he got on that barge, pretty damn badass.
Yeah, he looked like when push came to shove, he kind of got punked. He looked like a punk
he was
bitch.
like, oh shit, like really stuff's going down?
Yeah, hand knocked him into a toothy vagina monster by blindly bumping into his jetpack.
And I think the thing is like with Boba Fett, like we were young, and he like really looked pretty cool, and he had like the cool armor, and then there was almost like this mythological fear of him,
right?
But realistically, like I thought he was pretty cool. I mean, there was a million other characters I thought I really enjoyed more than him.
But he was going toe to toe with Luke, and then he gets bumped into the Sarlacc pit. But back to my, is less more? Is less more with it?
I think so. Yeah, sometimes.
So I kind of worry about that when we're getting into Rebels and we're getting into that, and I think that's inherent in this episode. Imperial Super Protectorates. What was the name again?
Imperial Super Commandos.
You're telling me Toxic Avenger doesn't fly, but we got Imperial Super Commandos. Oh, it's an interesting point that I just thought. So you know that Boba Fett, his prototype armor, and they've put this out in a bunch of different toys, was white. He was supposed to be an elite stormtrooper.
That was what he was supposed to be when they did the original movie?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So now we're back on Mandalore with Mandalorian Protectorate Person A that was captured in Season 2 that now we're seeing, and for some reason Boba Fett girl and Monk Jedi need to go to the planet to tell us more about Mandalorian politics. But anyway, so they encounter, what do they encounter? A faction of Mandalorians that support
the Empire.
Full circle, man. Full circle. Now we're back to... So now we've got Mandalorians flying around in Stormtrooper armor, but it's nowhere as cool looking as Boba Fett's armor in all white.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is... I like the fight scenes. I thought the fight scenes were really cool, and obviously, Sabine can kind of hold her own.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like her as a character. I like the tagging angle. I like, if it's leading to her doing the Rebel logo, that's awesome. I like her holding her own. I think that's a good element. So you're going to have carryover. You're going to have talk about plot elements going on in both shows. Maybe character crossover? Do you see that happening between Rogue One and Rebels?
If I would probably say there's more likelihood of a Rogue One character popping into Rebels than the other way around.
So why do you say that? Why do you think that? Because, I mean, I see a hole a little bit where it comes to you'd have to cast a Rebels digital character as a real actor, and that might be a bigger stroke because we've seen Lando, we've seen Leia.
That would be one of them things where that's putting in a lot of work to cast somebody from a cartoon for a 30-second cameo in a movie. Now, they could be mentioned. That could be possible. You might hear something of, Hera or her dad. Or something like
Warrior Zev went down in a blaze of glory.
There could be something.
And inspired Robot Man to do the same.
Yeah. But I would say probably more likelihood of a Rogue One character being in, just like we've had in the past. We've had other characters. And I'd say probably the most likelihood would be Mon Mothma.
Yeah, I mean, thematically, you'd see her.
Or whatever Alan Kinnick's, the droid, the two.
So the episode concludes, right? You've got they're going back to Mandalore for some reason, getting a fight with the faction of Mandalorians that support the Empire. You get the enemy of my enemy is my friend element at the end of it, where they recruit the Mandalorian who was being a dickhole and they captured from season 2, and now he's turned into a supporter.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of these themes of how they're getting people and how they're getting equipment, and
maybe that's more of what this ultimate focus is this is how we wrangled in all these people, and where they were and how we kind of built up our Rebel Alliance. And I do like the aspects of this is how we built up the fleet. This is how we got all these ships. I like all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I agree totally. I think this is pretty much a filler episode.
Anyway, good episode.
Yep.
I think we have next week off. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like nothing next Saturday. Next episode would be episode 8. Iron Squadron, that's on November 19th. And then
Iron Squadron, in for it. Sounds like anything Star Wars ship-wise, dogfight.
Yeah. It from the little teaser they showed at the end, it looked like there was another little faction of some people that were kind of doing something, and they kind of crossed paths. So they might actually kind of already be in the rebellion, or maybe they're recruiting them or something. But it looked interesting. But yeah, anyway, we'll be back on November 19th. But we will be getting Catalyst on the 14th or 15th. And we're going to try to knock that out in a hurry. And I've already heard some rumors, some good stuff, but I'm not going to mention it on this. But it does give me a big smile on my face for Rogue One.
So check back with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to work on Catalyst. We'll probably throw something together for Christmas.
Yep.
And if I have my way, squeeze in another fun review of Excalibur between now and the end of the year. All right, guys.
All right. See you in a week with Catalyst, and may the Force be with you.